it important to have some money saved up even though you are going to be applying for a home loan? The bitter truth that we need to quickly accept is that we are adults now, and that saving and investing and preparing for your future does not end. As long as you're still on this earth, you are going to just keep repeating that cycle, because remember, life is constantly happening and we are constantly evolving. You might say, I reached my goal, I don't have to save anymore. But once you tick off one goal, you have another one which is bigger, and then you finish this one, have another one which is bigger, because you are constantly evolving. And also there's all these things that can happen that are tragic or unfortunate in your life that you must also prepare for, because this is reality, this is life. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Moneo R. For those who don't know me, if you've been here before, thank you for stopping back by. And if it's your first time joining us, do hit the subscribe button and join the family. We would love to have you this side. On last week's video, we spoke about saving, how you can save, which habits you need to get rid of, and which habits you need to adopt in order to be successful in your saving journey. And now that you have saved and you've reached your financial goal, the big question becomes, what do I use the money on? Right? Let's say maybe you did have a goal in mind when you were saving the money. Maybe your goal, like me, was to get a house, or it was to get a car, to study, to travel, or even to just have fun. If you didn't have a goal, then maybe you should look into investments that can help you grow your money so it can work for you better in the future. But if you had a goal like us and you spent your money, I'm here to tell you that it's time for you to start over and save again. And you might say, but why am I saving again? I've already reached my goal. I managed to finance it. So why do I have to save again? You don't only save when you have a goal. You can just save so that you can have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is what people would like to call about 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year's worth of money that can sustain you if something happens. Maybe let's say you get into a tragic accident and you can't work anymore, or you get laid off from your job. And also, the nice thing about saving an emergency fund, if you never need it anytime soon, you can then start investing it and let it grow so that it can work for you better in the future. Okay, but what I want to speak about today is something that I promised you last week. I said I was going to tell you how I used the money that I saved. And some of you were like, yes, please spill the beans on how you use the money. So I'm here to tell you. So how I used the money that I saved is that I used it on about 4 different things. The first thing was I used it on my lawyer fees, because I knew that I was getting a home and I had done my research on all the upfront costs that you need to prepare for before you buy a house. Right. I want to get into that a little bit, then we will continue. So a lot of young professionals do not know that there are some upfront costs that you need to cover, even if you are going to ask for a home loan. Because I find people saying, then why do I need to save money if I'm just going to go to the bank and ask them to finance my home? Well, there are these costs that you need to pay for before you even start doing your monthly home loan repayments. Those costs are your duty transfer, your lawyer fees, your registration fees. Those you need to pay for yourself. Unless if you get a house that is less than 1.1 million rands, then you are exempt from paying what we call a duty transfer fee. But that does not exempt you from paying your attorney fees and your registration fees. Right. So I knew that I needed to have that money upfront. If you don't have that money up front, the banks know that the young professionals are not prepared, they're not saving, they do not have the money. So they will give you what they call a 1.5% or a 1.9% home loan, where they now assist you with that other 5% or the 9% to be able to pay for those upfront costs. But if you're like me and you did your research and you don't want to ask the bank for more money and have to owe them more money, then you would have saved your money prior to even going to ask the bank for a home finance. And this was very, very important to me because I knew that me taking a 1.5 or 1.9% loan would mean that I would essentially now owe the bank more. This might affect the interest rate that they're going to charge me. This might also then affect the amount of money that I will be repaying every month. And it could also sometimes affect the number of years in which you will be paying back the home loan that they gave you. So that was the first thing that I spent my money on. And as part of that process, some of the money was also used to cover what we call the transfer fee, which is what you pay to the deeds office in order to transfer the home from one owner to another, so that the title deed is under your name. Because remember, I was buying a home that was pre-owned by someone else, so the attorneys had to facilitate that whole process, hence why there was an attorney fee and a transfer fee that I had to pay. The second thing that I spent the money on was to furnish my home. I knew that I didn't want to have to move into a house and then only then be planning on, okay, what can I afford to buy this month? What can I afford to buy next month? What can I afford to buy this month and that month? Because I knew that I want to just focus on doing my monthly home loan repayments. If I'm still going to be focusing on the repayments and also focusing on how much from my salary can I take so I can go buy a TV, how much from my salary can I take next month so I can go buy a microwave, that was going to be too much. So that's why I gave myself time to save that money, so that immediately when I move in, within a space of a month or a few weeks, my place is fully furnished and I am stress-free and I don't have to worry about it anymore. When it comes to saving up to furnish the house, in my situation, although I did rent before, I knew that my sister moved out of home first. So most of the things that we owned were hers. They were not mine. I had a little bit of things that I owned. So I knew that I had a lot that I needed to buy to furnish my place. And for those of you who are still staying at home, I would say to you, take that opportunity, take advantage of it. Save up that money while you are still at home. Buy those things while you're still at home. If you have somewhere you can store them and you know that, okay, these are things that I can buy that won't get damaged anytime soon, start buying them slowly. Things like pots, things like cutlery, you can buy them, put them in a storage room somewhere, and by the time you move out, you have all these things to make your house a home, and you don't have to suffer and scavenge and scramble for money every month in order for you to put two and two together and buy one little piece of furniture, one little piece of appliance, one little piece of cutlery every month. You understand? The other thing that I had to consider was, okay, I know that I am not buying a brand new house. This is a pre-owned house. It was pre-lived in by other people. Therefore, it could have some things that I deem as damages. For example, there was no wardrobe in this room. I had to put in a new wardrobe. The cupboards in the kitchen, they were very much rotten. So I knew that I wanted to tear them out and put new ones. So me having that money in hand helped me be able to fix all those little things that needed to be fixed before I could even move in. And by the time I moved into the house, it was a house that I was happy to live in. And also I didn't have to now stress about, ish, I have to do these things while I'm already living here. Because if you start saving while you're already living in the house, that can be very disruptive to your lifestyle. Now there's noise, there's construction, there's dust and all that stuff. So I wanted all of those things to be fixed before I move into the house. So that is essentially how I used my money. Now I am on another saving journey, and I am saving for no particular reason at all. I am just saving so that I have an emergency fund, something to fall back on if life's adversities hit. And I would like for you guys in the comment section, those of you who know about investing and all that stuff, because I'm not that clued up, you can tell us down below what are the investment options that you are using, because I want to now not just save, but I want the money to grow while I save it as well. And for the next video, I want us to talk about the home buying journey or the home buying process. But I need your help in order to make the video a success. I want to make it a Q&A style video. So please do comment down below any question, no matter how small, no matter how dumb you might think it is. There are no dumb questions. Just ask it down below and I will answer them based on my experience and what I went through when I was going through the home buying process. Leave your comments down below and I will be ready to answer them in the next video. That's it for today's video. If you liked it, please do give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.